Moving always costs more than you think. You budget for the truck, the movers, maybe even some boxes, but when the bill comes, there are always extra charges that catch people off guard. Hi, I'm Jessica from 617 Boston Movers, and today I'm breaking down the hidden moving costs in Boston that most people forget to budget for. I will cover everything from parking permits to stair fees to surprise storage costs, and I'll also share tips on how to avoid these charges in the first place. By the end, you'll know exactly what to watch for, so your final bill actually matches your budget. Hidden cost number 1, travel time. Let's start with the one that surprises almost everyone, travel time. Movers don't just charge for carrying boxes. They also charge for the time it takes to get to you and then back to the warehouse after. And this is Boston. Traffic on the Pike or the I-93, that quick 20-minute trip can easily stretch into an hour on your bill. Here's a tip. Ask whether travel time is a flat fee or billed by the hour. Hidden cost number 2, parking permits. In Boston, parking a moving truck is an art form. Without a city-issued moving permit, movers may have to circle the block, double park, or unload from way down the street. Not only does that slow the move, it can mean parking tickets. And guess who pays those? Usually you. Here's a pro move. Apply for a Boston moving permit. It costs about $60 to $120, but it saves time and money on moving day. Hidden cost number 3, stairs and elevators. Now, if you've ever lived in Beacon Hill or Somerville, you know where this is going. Old walk-ups, steep staircases, no elevator. If movers need to carry furniture up 3 or 4 flights, some companies charge extra. And elevators aren't always a free pass either. If you don't reserve the service elevator and movers get stuck waiting, that wasted time is still billed. Hidden cost number 4, long carries. Picture this. The truck can't park right outside, so your movers are hauling your stuff half a block down the street. That is called a long carry. And once you pass a certain distance, usually 75 to 100 feet, there's an extra fee. Here's a tip. If possible, clear a spot close to your building or use that permit we just talked about. Every extra step equals more time equals more money. Hidden cost number 5, packing materials. Here's one people forget. Boxes and supplies. Wardrobe boxes, TV boxes, mattress covers, tape. Those usually aren't included in the hourly rate. On moving day, you might end up buying them from the crew at a premium. A few boxes here and there, suddenly you've added $100+ to your bill. Pro move, buy sturdy supplies ahead of time or ask what's included in your quote. Hidden cost number 6, special items. Pianos, oversized couches, fragile antiques. Boston apartments weren't built with these in mind. If something doesn't fit up the stairs or move through a doorway, movers may have to hoist it through a window. That requires extra crew and equipment and, yes, an extra fee. Hidden cost number 7, storage and delays. Sometimes life happens. Maybe your closing gets delayed. Maybe your new apartment isn't ready. If your stuff has to stay overnight, either in the truck or in storage, that's another cost most people don't plan for. Hidden cost number 8, tolls, fuel, and peak dates. If you're moving just outside of Boston or out of state, tolls and fuel charges can sneak up on your bill. And if you're moving on a weekend, or worse, September 1st, welcome to the most expensive moving day of the year. Prices can spike 20 to 40%. How to protect yourself. All right, so how do you avoid all these surprise costs? Get a detailed written estimate. Ask directly about travel time, supplies, and stairs. Reserve parking and elevators early. Declutter so you're not paying to move stuff that you don't want. These are all things we've seen firsthand at 617 Boston Movers, and it's why we always walk our clients through these details up front. So those are the hidden moving costs in Boston that most people forget to budget for. Plan for them and your final bill won't be a shock. So if you want to move without surprise costs, check out 617 Boston Movers. We'll give you a clear estimate with no hidden fees. And if you found this video helpful, check out my other video on how much it really costs to move in Boston. I'll link it right in the description. See you in the next video.